had the knife. No, you have the knife. So were you asking again?
I was asking you, would you prioritize trapping the weapon or shredding?
Well, you'll have to, the primary threat is the knife. So definitely you're gonna have to control that. Now, once you have control, however, let's say whatever, take any, you go at me and say you're stabbing me or whatever, then I'm able to get this trap. Once I know I have this trap, I'm gonna have to start dealing damage. You start getting into your face and then finishing it from here, right? You don't want to stay too long on the trap either. This is priority, but as much as he can be critically focused on his own weapon, you can get over critically focused on his weapon as well. You don't want to wait here too long, right? You know, like some of you, sometimes it happens where, I didn't see it too much tonight, but some of you are there, like, you know, some people have a tendency to like just hold out there because they're so scared of losing that grip or losing the control, that they're forgetting that you have control. Have confidence in the control. Once you start attacking, he's going to start switching to defensive mode, and that's what you want, right? So even if it was on the ground, you know, like if on the ground, you had a position. Once I'm able to trap that, you know, I shouldn't wait too long in here. Don't think of too many, like a holding or submission. Keep going. So if I'm over here, I'm going to start trying to get into his face, whatever. Bite, spit, do whatever it takes, but you know, if I feel I'm losing grip, then I'm going to switch back to a trap. Then I go back into attack mode. Boom, boom. Be dynamic, right? You have to be. You can't be stationary, and you can't isolate too much. You know, mix it up, and that requires understanding your tactile sensitivity, right? Okay, I have the knife trap. Once I know it's controlled, I'm gonna have to go on an attack. You know, some people have that lack of confidence because they're scared to lose the control of the knife, and then there's the opposite. You get the people who are like overconfident on the shred, and they lose focus of the knife.
And without movement, you can't generate patterns to interrupt.
Sorry?
As soon as there's motion, there's a pattern that
Right,
you can
right.
interrupt.
Yeah.
So without motion, you're completely telegraphic.
Exactly. It's like, you know, it's like people have their passive stance, and they're like, you know, passive stance can become telegraphic as well. Because if you're like this, okay, I'm sorry what's going on, but then if I'm like this, it looks weird, you know, it's like the guy's gonna, what the fuck's wrong with you? he's gonna tell you to put your hands out. But if you talk naturally in your hands, this looks more natural. And same thing, that's a good point. Like the movement and everything you have to do, it has to flow properly, right?
Like an Italian.
So you have to you have to trap. When you trap, once you know you have the trap or control, then you have to start dealing damage. And then once you feel that maybe you're going to lose that control, then you try to regain that, and so on. But what I saw tonight was good. There was a lot of people they caught the switch. Some of you caught that switch of hands on the weapon. You retrapped it. That's good. And then once you have that, go right into the face. Once you know you have it pinned, you know, don't worry. It's like because you don't want to wait for him to tire himself out. You know, like you don't have it with adrenaline. If he's stronger, he's just gonna bulldoze out of it. Once you start, the best equalizer for a person stronger than you or bigger than you is to start. You have to hurt them. You have to cause pain, and then once you cause pain, they're more likely to drop the knife at that point. Not that it always will happen, but you know, dealing pain and dealing damage as early as possible is key. So if that answers your question, basically, you know. You don't want to necessarily prioritize one or the other, but the primary danger would be the knife. So you have to control that, and then you start dealing damage. You definitely don't want to just go full shred, and you don't want to waste energy on the trap either.